wonderful thing is this, that it is not something you are going to do that people have not done. You are not doing it alone. The Lord is with you and He will help you. Amen.
All right. Welcome. We live. It's Friday night. Listen, we have some special guests. Welcome to Relationships Are Us, where you have your not so experts, but Big Goo and D Love Jones giving you the best relationship advice that a non-professional can give. I'll tell you that. So tonight we have our very good friends, the Moultrie. Niki Moultrie, formerly known as
Put a capital M on that.
Formerly known as, she has been inducted into the Moultrie Empire.
Yes.
Oh man! And if you guys were a part of our show last week, you heard about a brief snippet of their love story and them getting married recently and having what I've deemed as a pop-up wedding. And it was so beautiful. Big Goo was moved. Y'all ain't ever seen Big Goo cry. Big Goo had tears. You know, it was a beautiful sight. And we're so excited that we got to be a part of it. And Big Goo is the host, but he is also the producer and the cameraman and all of those things. So where you at, Big Goo? What's up? You ready?
Oh yeah, I'm super ready, man. I'm here. You know, it take me a minute to get, everything squared away. But as soon as I touch these last little buttons right here, we're gonna be off and rolling. So yeah, man. Welcome the Moultries. You know what I mean? Hey, look, y'all the second. I mean, well, you know what? Y'all the first. So y'all the first for the dynamic duo. So we getting ready to go in. I got some, I got some questions that, that we definitely gonna have to discuss. But D Love Jones, she definitely want to set the tempo and get some backdrop on you guys. So D Love Jones, it's on you.
Listen, first of all, we are so blessed to have y'all here today, for real, because this showed us a different side of Big Goo last week when we was talking about it. He was real touchy-feely about this, like he was all in his feelings. And usually he was saying some reckless stuff. If y'all listen to us, y'all know half the time he reckless. But he humbled himself real quick in the presence of the Moultries and their love story, and he was very inspired. So we said, let's just keep it going. So last week we talked about, or in our last show, we talked about getting a phone call from our girl Niki, like, hey, can y'all come through tomorrow? We're about to get married. So we rolled with it. It was a beautiful occasion. If you don't know, check out the episode last week. And it really inspired us in so many ways, but it really got us to think about, like, as we think about tradition and different things like that, like a lot of people are abandoning tradition and going with love. And they're just like, look, it's between me and you, and this marriage is going to be between me and you. So let's do what works for us. And so we respect that, of course, and we admire it, and we know that our listeners do. And so we just wanted to bring y'all on to kind of talk. But before we get like into the meat of things, tell us a little bit about y'all as a couple. Like, how long y'all been together, pre-marriage, and how did y'all meet? Just give us a little background on y'all.
All right.
Go ahead and put it down, baby.
All right. Well, we both work in the TV and film industry. And either one of us have never dated in the TV and film industry because there's just so many stipulations with dating. But when we met, we were like, we just gonna be friends. Lamond was like, he just wanted a friend. He wanted to be friends. So we met on the set, and we used to just have great conversation. Like, we really had good conversation. We really used to click with conversation, and it used to be meaningful conversations. And then, one day he must have watched me walk away or something. And he was like, yeah, so about your friend who was here last week, blah, 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 I want to call her so we could talk about blah, blah, blah. And can you get her number? I ain't have my phone. So he was like, okay, well, give me your number and I'll text you, blah, blah, blah. Needless to say, he never ever talked to that friend again until he got here. And look, and that was it. And then it was like, we just went on from there. We really had a chance to just enjoy each other, you know, in friendship and hang out, get to know each other. And then it just became where we was like, oh, we not friends no more. Oh, we're next level friends. Oh, okay. And then it's like, we still here. It never stopped. Like it just kept going. Yeah. It kept going and going.
I had to play with my mind a little bit, you know.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm trying not to say nothing.
Wait, before you just real quick, I gotta ask Big Lamond a real quick question.
What's going on?
The way she sets it up is like it started off as friends and so forth and so on, and all of a sudden you kind of something clicked for you. Was it really like something clicked, or did you have your eye on her from the beginning? Like what, or you know, what's your side of that?
Well, my side it was just in my mind, I was pretty much just wanted to be a friend because I knew the life that I, once, adored and, it just was going. So, I didn't want a good queen to be wasted. So, that's why I wanted to be friends. But I already knew her qualities and I knew what she was worth. But as time progressed and you see different, you see different things, you just, kind of let God deal with it and you go with it. Mm-hmm. So that's how it happened. And that's how it went down.
That's what's up. So, Big Goo, what wrench you got to throw in the plans real quick?
I'm not going to throw no wrenches in the plan. I'm just saying, like, you know what? She said some stuff that kind of like bothered my spirit.
Here we go.
And she said that, he watched her walk away. So my question for, I did my sister, like I consider you, D-Love John, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Like, can't nobody just come playing with you. Like, right. And just like with Nick, can't nobody just be playing with her. Like, so would you just plan on just like smashing and going? And what would like cause you said you watched her, like, like how did you?
Yeah,
you just
really I watched her.
Beautiful.
No, really at that time in my life, brother. Right, that was the best thing for her to do was to walk off and let me see her go, because I knew what kind of what kind of black man I was at the time. Because I did what I wanted to do always in life. So at that time, just like I said, I'm gonna remind you, I knew that she was a queen. I felt that energy. Right,
that's what you got to say now.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But you know what? Because we as men, because I done watched a few walk off.
No, yeah.
I done watched a few walk off, and I done said, hey, no. Yeah. I just want to, but I'm glad, but hey, because she who she is, and you know what I'm saying, like it now, but. And you want to acknowledge it now, but there's no way you really could have knew then. You know what I'm saying? But so
it's
nothing wrong with physical.
I'm so sorry, sir, but I have a gift. Every man don't have that gift.
Hey,
you might don't have that gift, but I know when I know something is right.
Then.
Everybody don't have that. You might don't have that. I'm gonna remind you one more time.
Okay, don't be saying I ain't got it.
What I have done in my life and all of who I knew I am. I know women. I know when somebody's in my space. You know what I mean? I know, right. You know what I mean? I know what I know. You know what I mean? Like I mean, hell, I've been seeing thoughts and I know ones that I can do what I want to do. You know what I mean? All my life. You know what I mean? But when you see a queen, and I'm gonna rephrase that, a queen, you'll get right. You'll preserve that. You know what I mean? You might just want to be a friend to her. You know what I mean? Right. Then to hurt her feelings, then to do something else. See, I'm a different type dude. See, I know what I can do. And that's what's so different, brother. That's all it is.
Hey, man.
That's
okay.
I respect. Hey, you handled that.
Opening up already. This is about to be
you handled that. You handled that. You handled that. Hey, this gonna be a fun night. You handled that. You did not back down.
A lot of brothers go along in life, man, and they don't know what they can do. And that's what has them so scared of different situations. I do what I do as I please, you know what I mean, at that time. But then I wanted to bring somebody else. If I was going to let down my, you know what I mean, my force or my chest or my everything else, it will go be somebody. God damn it, you will be, boy, you, oh Lord, you better be next to Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't trust it. You understand what I'm saying? I know what they'll do to me. I know what we'll do to them. So that's what it is, brother. You're dealing with another type dude.
That's why
I love that. No, keep that energy because he could be over here letting you tell the story, and he like, let me just set the record straight, and I love that. But no, so what I'm gaining is what you're saying is like, you was on what you was on, but you recognize this ain't the one you want to play with, and so you fell back, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So we know, we know life is a journey, relationships are a journey. What was it that made you say, okay, I can't let her go? Because I know you guys realize, okay, we feeling each other, but what was that moment where you was like, okay, I need to be like in her life, not just on the sidelines?
Okay. I mean, basically when I saw the strongness, I saw my mama, in a lot of sense. When you see something like that, you might want to get close to that. Like that's what it is. Like you don't want nothing that you can't understand. You want something that you basically see as a strong woman. I only saw strong women in my life. So when I saw her, it was a no-brainer.
But see, that's interesting because Niki has described you in the past as like an alpha male. And me and Niki are a lot alike as far as like, we different, but we alike as far as the type of woman that we are and being vocal and knowing what we want and knowing how to speak up on behalf of ourselves. But as an alpha male, you saw her strength as a strong point, and most people will make you believe that a strong man is going to want a woman to be a certain way so that he can remain strong, and so he can remain in authority. But like, tell me a little bit about that dynamic.
The dynamic with that is that I'm so strong of a person, I couldn't have a weak person around me. You would have to be just as strong or stronger to even deal with me. So that's what really kind of, like, yo, it don't matter what you're doing right now. I ain't about to break what I got going on. But I ain't about to stop what I got going on for you. You don't get that all the time. You got motherfucker to break down, because they see a strong male. So that's what I want. I want somebody that go, I don't want you weak in the midst of everything. I want you to be strong, because that's who you is. You've been a strong person, continue to be strong. Don't let me come around and bring you down, but just understand I still gonna be the alpha now. But we're gonna come to, we will come to a meeting place and be two strong people.
I'm
but
glad
at the end of the day,
I'm definitely glad you said that because because Big Goo been in the mix for a minute. I done had to have, I'm not gonna say, a bunch, but I had to have sidebar conversation with both parties because both parties struggled in the alpha department, if I must say. Cause both parties struggled, and
it wasn't
and I never said a word about what was said on either half, but I just knew that I always knew that you had my sister's best interest in your best, like kind of the way you talk, like we never had a conversation, me and her, what I'm saying, and I always knew that she had a different kind of love for you. You gotta realize, this my sister. I've been with her around a while. So, so she had, this was all this was new, I think, for both of you guys. And I'm glad that y'all found a way to get through it. So, but when we talking about this alpha on alpha, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, so let's talk about alpha on alpha, you know what I'm saying? So, which really brings me to my real first question, one of my first questions. Well, because it'll be the first question. But is love a fairy tale or is it real? You know what I mean? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, is it a fairy tale or is it real? Because I know for guys, we think that, like we don't really think in terms of fairy tale. You know what I mean? But what me and Dez had discussed the other day, y'all wasn't on the show, but we mentioned it, is the fact that we got to witness, I think, what we could really say was a fairy tale. Like we got to experience y'all union as if it was a fairy tale. So what's your thoughts on that? Is a fairy tale, is love a fairy tale or is it real?
It's so real that the love that you portray and have for each other, and you just constantly keep growing over and over again, it becomes a fairy tale. Since we've been married, it's just like we've elevated to a whole nother place for the both of us. At least that's just how I feel. I just be like, oh my God, look at where we at. Like, and it does feel like it's a fairy tale. As much as you think you can create a fairy tale of what you think it'll be like, or look like once you get married, or how it's going to be, it has no comparison to what you can imagine. It is just truly like a fairy tale that you see playing out every day, every moment, just even little moments that you just see and coming up and just happening, even in communication, and even in how we just come from the alpha role, with both of us just being so strong. It's just like, it's something that we both have whole nother level of, let me pause and hear you, and you got that, you can have that, okay, we fine with it, and walk away. I'm like, we should get married every other month or something, because this has just been it's really been like a fairy tale. And I can't stop smiling. Hell.
Man, that's beautiful.
Newlyweds.
Yeah, let me ask this, because just speaking of us like witnessing, and it felt like a fairy tale. Even when you called and you talked about your experience that led you to say, let's go ahead and do it now. Like that even was a kind of like unbelievable, story. And so can you talk about like what led y'all to having this impromptu wedding? We're gonna do it on this day and it's gonna happen. Because it's a beautiful story to tell, and that's where the fairy tale started. From like, in my eyes, I was like, wow.
I was in Greece away working, and one thing we can say with us being away and us getting back on the phone, communicating, talking, and making that time for us, it seemed so important every time that we talked, because we were so far away. And we would come together, talk, have conversations and stuff. And then Lamond was going to come to Greece to visit. And so he said, I was going to come there, and that's when I was going to propose. And he can't hold water, which I love, because he's going to tell it all. So he tells me his whole plan and conversation him and his sister had and everything. So I was just like, oh, that's so sweet. And then, then we were just talking about it, and we were just elaborating on the whole thing about being married and everything. And Lamond was just so persistent, like, okay, he ready to get married. Like, we can go ahead, we can do this. Let's look it up or whatever. You want to finish on, or you want me to keep going?
I mean, keep going. I mean, tell the truth.
So we on the phone, and we talking about, what it looks like to get married, as far as going down to the courthouse and looking it up. And he like, well, what he need to do and how he need to do. I'm in Greece. He here in Georgia. So I said, well, let's just go online, because neither one of us ever been married before. And I'm like, I don't know what it takes, what we got to do. So we go online, look up everything, and then we online, we talking on the phone. We said we in this whole little vibe, like we just talking about the whole marriage and us being together and married. And I was looking at the dates on the calendar, because we knew our family was going to be in town, because we had already had a trip planned. So I was like, okay, we get married on this Thursday the 12th, and blah, blah, blah. And then it was like that. And then we went and we did all that, however, but get back home, things change and blah, blah, blah. Life happened, life is going on. But then we literally went downtown to do the application. And then when we got the application, we did that. Because we didn't get our license until
Niki, hold on. What I'm trying to get is the story the Sunday before y'all got married. And y'all watching church on TV and having kind of this spiritual moment between each other.
That was good.
Yeah, like that's a good
Jake sermon. Oh man, that was good. We had, what?
The one with his daughter or him?
No, with the pastor, the guest speaker that was on there.
Oh, the dude. Yeah.
He
said up from here.
Yeah, and nothing but up from here. Yep, up from here. That was the sermon.
A lot of those things that we already know. See, like we already spiritual people, and we already know God got us. So like everything else is like we can explain everything, but it's just God. I mean, like what else can we say? I mean, like just God working. I mean, that's all you gotta do is like just let go sometimes and let Him deal. And that's all we is. I mean, like this is all God.
Because that lesson that Sunday was definitely it. It was truly a matter of letting us both know, like, y'all not in control of anything. I'm okay. This situation is good. Y'all can let it be and let it go. And y'all got work to do together as a couple, as a team. And it was almost like God opened the door and gave us the floodgates and said, I beyond give y'all approval, because he already gave us approval, but it's just us being human beings. And we just, that was, look, you got me smiling all over.
No, because I mean,
Well,
Niki,
get back to your question, but I'm
gonna break the code of confidentiality on one story, the one conversation that Niki and I had about you and her, and we were saying something. She was like, well, like sometimes I feel like we need to plan stuff out and we need to talk it out. And he just would be like, well, every day he get up and read his Bible. And I can't remember exactly how the conversation went, but she's like, yeah, but then you have to do da 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 da. And I was like, Niki, if a man get up every day and read his Bible, and not for you, not for nobody else, that's what he does out of habit, then you're going to find that God is going to lead him. No matter what you see in the natural, God is going to lead him. Because I'm like, he is seeking God. And like, you just don't see that. A lot of dudes say it and talk about it, but when you say this man is basically like, I'm good. And then he gave his word, and I'm like, now listen.
And you might need to be a psychic, because that's exactly what happened, and that's what it is. I let God just deal with it, because I was just so tired of going against him. You know what I mean? He been guarding me for so long, and then when I look up, and I was like, dang, man, you know what I mean? You've been looking, looking over me this long. Let me go ahead and get straight, and let me follow you. You know what I mean? And that's all he's been doing, this blessing. So that's what I walk with.
Yeah. So for me, that was like, I was like, I'm like, listen. You gotta stick with your boy, because your boy is seeking God in a real way. That, I mean, a lot of people do a lot of things, but it's just, to me, if that habitual nature of like, I'm going to continue to focus on building my spirit, no matter who I am and what I'm going through and what I'm experiencing, I'm like, he's going in the right direction from my perspective. And I just found that to be so powerful, so I had to share it. Sorry.
No more. That's it. No more.
That's it. I'm out. That's it.
I came tonight. I'm about to go over to Desi's house. I was coming over the other day. He was like, okay. I said, babe, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go over there. I was supposed to by work. And so I want him to be like, okay. I want to be like, okay, don't, before you go over there, what y'all talking about now?
Right. No,
I'll do that anyway.
The one thing you can trust is that. The one thing you can trust is, I mean, people have all different types of friends, but the one thing you can trust is that I'm always going to speak life into y'all marriage, into y'all, into any circumstance that we talk about. I'm always going to try to help her to see it from a different side. I'm never going to take that position of like, she feeling some type of way, so I'll find a way to bash you, because I don't know your side.
Yeah.
But that's not on your face, and that's good. Your face is not. You don't. And I only know you about what, a year, 2 years now.
Yeah,
and ain't number love, and that's good.
Stay where you at. Meal for me.
Stay where you at, and you're gonna be the next one that's getting married, because someone's gonna see you.
Hey, she was mad. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, she was mad. Viv caught the bouquet.
First of all,
she was mad. She was mad. You should have seen her over there. But they almost fought over the bouquet.
You should have heard Viv when he said, Viv, you caught the bouquet. She must have called him all kind of everything.
Hey, that Viv crazy. That Viv know she crazy, man. That's my that's my dog. I'm talking about hey, that my nigga. If she don't get no bigger, man, I'm always this. I gotta mess with Viv. Oh
yes. That's
but I got so I know Dad see now we on the road, so now you experiencing this relationships of us, cause this how it goes. So now so I know Dad gonna catch it every time now. So look, so the next question is your marriage a traditional marriage or untraditional?
Untraditional, because in the life that we lead now, ain't nothing else traditional. You can want this and want that and think it's gonna be like the old and all that. No, you better keep God first and just roll with the punches, brother.
Yeah.
So we untraditional, we untouched, we everything. We just got God all over us, man. Yeah. And I mean, like It's just, you know, it's that new thing.
Hold on, wait a minute.
It's like you said, what y'all call it? A pop-up wedding or whatever you want to call it. That's what
a pop-up wedding.
Ain't nothing traditional no more.
The only tradition that
pop-up wedding
is our prayer, you know.
Yeah, traditional.
That's it, and that keeps us going.
But I mean, for
non-traditional.
Y'all all right. Y'all had a pop-up wedding. Y'all all right. I ain't never listened. The term. When did y'all come up? Hold on. When did y'all sit down and come up with that term, pop-up wedding? Like, when did that come out? Cause somebody said
that's what
it is. That's solid. You know, there's some people that invite. That's a new trend for people. It's like they bucking the system. Like a lot of people are saying they'll be like, hey, we want to invite the guy set it up like, hey, y'all come out, I'm gonna propose. And everybody come out, they get ready to set up this whole proposal, and it's actually a wedding.
Yeah.
Like people done it that way. So people think they coming because they gonna see the dude propose, or they think they coming to an engagement party, and they really coming to see them get married.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
like, one thing about it doing like that, it takes so much pressure off of the whole, I'm coming to the wedding, or I'm coming to this, I'm coming to that. Like, it's just because it is an event, but it's a matter of come in love, come in to share the love, which I'm not saying people don't come like that, but it takes the pressure off of the backlash of it, the extra that comes with it. You just come and just witness the fairy tale, you know?
And not only that,
witness the fairy tale. Hey, listen, man, I'm talking about me and Dad, y'all got to go back and listen to the episode before this.
We will do that.
I'm talking about it was me and Dad. I'm talking about we went in. I'm talking about now we do Dad tell her because we had dropped some jewels, didn't we?
It was good. It was a goodie. It was a goodie.
Yes, we're going to do that. We're going to do that because we were trying to do it one day, and I was like, on our ride back, we're going to listen to it. But we got so caught up in other conversation. But we're definitely going to do that. We are. We're going to go back and listen to it.
But you know, just as you said, like as far as come witness this fairy tale, that was like I brought my daughter, and I mean y'all know Lizzie, but I brought her, and when I tell you the whole time she was just stuck, like
very intelligent.
She was just sitting there like, oh, this is magical. So it's like all the Disney princesses and stuff that she done seen, this is like her fairy tale on Earth.
Yes, and that's what it should be, where it's just a matter of she got to witness us coming together. She didn't have it, and it wasn't even like something that traditional, like she would see people walking up and down the aisle.
Right.
She got to witness love and seeing it being transitioned and seeing it, God putting this light over it. Yeah. You know, she got to see all of that with her own eyes and witness it at her stage, because Lizzie is very intelligent. Yeah. So she already know what it is. So ain't no telling what she going to equate that to when she get next year or 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
What I got from it, she saw two good people come together, because when she met us, it wasn't like all she did is just know, you know, me, Lamond, and then she know, Aunt Niki or whatever she call you, but you know, she just never, you know, I feel like it was never a time where she just saw good vibes, so she just fell right into everything. You know what I mean? Like she just fell right in. She just, you know, like
it never was a time. I let her
do things that her mother. Go ahead.
It never was a time that Lizzie. Hey, Lizzie as a child, it wasn't a time that she's got the chance to see y'all as one. That was the, you know, like, so now you Uncle Elmo.
How many more damn names am I have, man, before I leave it?
I don't know. Now I'm talking about, hey, we're going to try to keep it to 5. We're going to try to keep it to 5. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do our best to keep it at 5. But right now, Elmo, Uncle Elmo. So we got 3 more. Hopefully it don't go no farther than that.
Hopefully. Whatever the fans like, that's what we gonna call them.
But listen, so I want to get out of order a little bit, just a little bit, because I had one of my bottom question at the bottom, but y'all said something earlier that made me want to go ahead and attack it. Now I forgot what you said, but I remember I wanted to attack it. But
You forgot what we said.
Come on, G.I. Joe. Come on.
Right, G.I. Joe. Hey,
come on, man.
He gonna give me a name now. So how many names I'm gonna get tonight?
I just wanted I ain't know.
Hey, you gonna give me one.
You know what I mean? You magic. If there's another one, you're the goddamn phone. You know what I mean? So shit. You know, there's only one magic.
So listen, it's like you have to get your driving license renewed, a gun license, every other kind of license. You have to get it renewed every so often.
Yes, sir.
So what if you had to get your marriage license renewed every time you get your driver license renewed, like it was like your tag on your car? Like, do you think that's something that needs to happen? How you feel about that? I mean, like, because, you know, if you had to get your marriage license renewed, just like you got your tag on your car, like it's only every 4 years that you get a chance to walk into court and say, you know what, Your Honor, I'm done. I ain't got to pay no money. Everybody just go their own way.
You said like your marriage license expired.
I'll tell you what, yeah. I want my marriage license every 4 years if she have a party like she had for her birthday, because goddamn it, I love her even more. Every goddamn time I do it.
So you gonna
go? He said he dipping. He said if he ain't getting on a yacht every 4 years, he dipping.
Yeah, we want to renew and have some shit like that. That'll make me love you more. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like an event that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want to renew out. Yeah, renew. Let me see if I still want to, you know what I mean? Like, cause hell,
see what you meant for evil, Big Goo.
Well,
Elmo turned it up for good.
I ain't meant for evil. How you think I meant something for evil? You can
because the thing is, it's like if we gotta renew it. Yeah, for me, we can renew it every day. We can talk about discussing it every day. Like, okay, you good? And it's just a checking in.
Hell no. Stop.
Hey,
stop. Y'all just stop it. No, y'all just stop it. No,
this question has been answered.
No, y'all just stop. Said, you see where she was going?
Yeah, I get what she was saying. Yeah, she was giving you the
every day. We can renew it every day. They newlywed.
Ooh, that must mean I'm doing something, sir.
Hey, it's a country song I'm gonna send you called "Must Be Doing Something Right."
All them names.
Yeah. Hey, it's a country song I'm gonna send to you, man. Called "I Must Be Doing Something Right."
Ooh.
Yeah. It's a country song I'm gonna send you called "I Must Be Doing Something Right."
Oh,
but Des, what though that, hey, how you feel about, like, if you had to renew like your marriage license every 4 years, like you get the chance to walk in the court and say, you know, cause so much happened in between 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
so much.
4 years, that's just a random. That's random.
Yeah, but that's a license. You get your license renewed every 4 years.
But it's just like this. Like, why do you need a court or somebody to tell you that you could be in your marriage or to renew it or whatever? That's something that you handle, you deal with.
But see, what y'all missing, what he's trying to lead to is like the same way your driver's license expires, your marriage could expire.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't look at it. I'm never going to diminish what God intended for marriage to be down to something that the government has set a structure for.
Right.
I believe that you should be well-intentioned to be in that marriage for the rest of your life if that's what you and your partner have agreed upon.
Yeah.
If you and your partner agree that, look, we gonna do this for 5 years and see where we at, that's between you and your partner.
We're talking about the spiritual aspect of it. That's the spiritual aspect of where you say, you know what, I'm gonna do this for life.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea to check yourself every so often. You know what I mean?
But that's the legalities.
Let's look at each other.
And that's what we have to do.
Let me see if I can look at you for another 5 years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like what I said about us even
I understand what you're saying, yeah. But I mean, like, we just gonna make it work. So it don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. You know what I mean? God got this. That's all I can tell you.
I'm not shooting down your stuff.
I'm relaxed. I'm good. I'm feeling good. I can lay down at night. I'm relaxed, man. I'm good. You know what I mean? So like, it's wonderful. I mean, like, it's all good. I'm happy. So I mean, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like, we all know what we can do in life. You know what I mean? But it's when you sit down somewhere and let God take control and just do what He got to do. I mean, like, I ain't got control no more. I can't even tell myself that I'm going to do this. It just happens. So I mean, like, I'm in a different stage. So I mean, everybody's going to get there. Let's just keep believing.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, love is in your heart.
I'm trying to get on what Lamond is on. Okay, he said, "Listen, y'all can get on this level at some point."
Yeah,
I'm here, and I'm enjoying it, and I love that.
Point.
Yeah, it's here.
But I do want to say, Big Goo, I'm not shutting you down completely. I just want to flip it on its head. I don't think it's for it to expire, right? I think that it would be great if the government did anything. to help to mitigate the issues that around like people not staying married or getting divorced or whatever. Yeah, I think it would be great if just the same as, but I don't believe in the expiration part of it, but I feel like, yeah, it would be great if all couples have to go and kind of go through some sort of counseling every 5 years to kind of reconnect because they're trying to mitigate people separating, right?
Right.
But
because people change, things change,
and
you know.
And it ain't about. And I want to say, I don't mean to cut you off, baby. But it's not about what we think. It's about what the world has us sticking on right now. All the shit that's going on around us and everything else around him. Boy, you got to be kind of strong out here to be able just to carry on and love somebody. You got all kind of, man, if you think about, you know what I mean? That's like, oh, I'm walking outside, I'm gonna get COVID, and that's enough right there to tell a religion. I'm just saying, because you have so much extra stuff in your life, on your mind, and you're not paying attention to what's in before you and what's around you. So yeah, check yourself every once in a while and see, well, blah blah blah. Hey, this last 5 years I've been going through this or that. You know what I mean? So you got to check yourself. You know what I mean? Come back to your person, see what you know what I mean, because you don't want to stop them neither from being happy. You know what I mean? So you you might have went through something bad. That don't mean that they, you know what I mean, you have to carry it on and just keep carrying things on. So yeah, it is good to stop sometime and say, well, yeah, let's refresh and look at each other and, you know what I mean, see what it is. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's good. I mean, but we don't have to do it with the government,
Right.
Yeah.
We have to do that love.
But it is a license type thing. I like that example. You know what I mean? Like, that is very, that's cool.
Hey, so, you know what, time flies quick when we on here. So, a lot of people doing these podcasts and think that, you know what,
I want that
man, 45 minutes is a long time. But until you get to doing it, you don't really understand how time flies. So because we want to try to keep it in a zone. I don't know why D Love Jones think that I'll just be out here working for the devil, but that ain't what I'm doing.
You are always the devil's advocate. The devil don't need an advocate, but you find some way to be the devil's advocate.
Hey, no, I don't. I just be like, listen. So okay, I got another one. Then see why this. Now I'm talking about now. She might tear my head off for this one, but why this? Okay, so are there?
All right, now you said time was on our hand now. Time don't wait on no man.
Right now, come on with it.
Hey, are there understandable double standards within your marriage? Are there understandable double standards? It's just some things that both parties like. It's just some things I get to do as a man, and it's just some things I get to do as a woman. Like, period. Is it some understandable double standards?
No, sir.
I'm gonna put it like this: if there were any kind of understandings, that was done in the beginning. So we know about how far to go with each other. So we just keep it like that, and that's the standards. Know how far to go.
They say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I know y'all done heard that before. I ain't that country.
Yeah.
I ain't that country. So basically, do y'all believe that if this is something that I find to be acceptable for me, then I can't say that it's not acceptable for you? No. Do you agree with that? Like what he's saying as far as the double standards is like, it can't be something that you say, oh, I can do this, but you can't do this.
Oh no!
So that's what.
We don't have that because we're not doing that. We don't have them double standards. It's just like, okay. And then the thing is, even if it's something that Lamond do and I just don't do, and I'll be like, okay, well, can you help me understand it? Because I'm that type of person. Well, let me understand what you're talking about, what you're trying to do. And okay, but I can't make him or do. Everything I feel like that we had to expose in the beginning, it's been exposed. It may be more, but I don't know. We don't know what it could be, but. I feel like we don't strip naked for each other and we gave it up.
But all I'm saying, Jesus.
If you keep it real in the beginning, like things like this, it will never be a double standard because it's pretty much what it is. You know what I mean? You know this person. You know what I mean? Like I don't aim to at this age of my life start hiding and doing all this. This shit could have been done 10, 20 years ago. So I
hate to talk.
We want this to happen. Yeah, we want this to happen. Like nobody needs nobody. All we need is God and let God work. You know what I mean? We can't say we don't need each other, but we do need each other. But I'm saying as in, you know what I mean? Like we got that. You know what I mean? Like we got, you know what I mean? We got to show and do all this to be somebody. No, let's be ourselves and just know, okay, baby, I like for you to be beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, I like for you to keep it up. I'm gonna keep up. basically that's all it is. I don't want the extra. I don't want the movie and the rap shit and all this other, you know what I mean, within my life. You know what I mean? Like I want a woman, you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, all the extra stuff that Atlanta would make a country ass nigga like me get right. Because you got so much shit that, you know what I mean, that you could do. But if you know that you can tame yourself in a place like this, then you know you're ready for the person that you say that you want to be with. And that's what it is. You have to test yourself to get to different levels. You know what you can do, just don't keep doing that shit. You know what I mean? If you know it ain't right.
Atlanta is hell.
And I am so sorry about all the cussing and stuff, but whenever you say keep it real, that's all I know.
Hey, well, we independent, we black owned, we ain't tripping.
Yeah.
Hey. We black owned, we independent.
Yeah,
hey.
We independent, we black owned, we ain't tripping.
That's all I know is
hey,
way.
And then
straightforward.
Hey, you know what I mean? hey, and then I can't say, you know, I love Nick without saying I love y'all. So
yeah.
Listen,
that's the only way you're gonna be able to do it. That's the only way you will be able to do it, because now I'm gonna go back to what I said. I'm the alpha man. So you and her can be friends and all that, but you're gonna have to say that because we are as one now. And I'm just telling you, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. You know what I mean? Like this
I'm
is what
putting it out there.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I'm putting it out there too. I'm like, it 1,000. I can't say I love Nick without saying
I
love y'all.
Thank you, sir.
I love y'all.
How them old people? All right,
bro. Hey, but listen, but you definitely. I mean, y'all definitely killing it, because you definitely handled that question. That was a strong one. You know, I tried to come with one then, like, you know what I'm saying, understand the double standard, you know.
Lamond ain't about the game.
I tried you. I tried you then. I came for you.
Yeah.
Understandable double standards. Hey, but that's that goddamn gateway. It'll open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, the hardest part of life.
No judgment. No judgment.
You know what you get into before you get into it. It's what you deal with. Bottom line, brother. What else question you got for me tonight? Because see, it's time for me to smoke this Reggie that you was talking about. That you keep talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, y'all. But you want to talk about this Reggie.
Big Goo. Just to be respectful of their time.
I apologize.
Did you want to? No. I'm just saying, to be respectful of y'all's time. I know it's Friday night. Y'all newlyweds. Y'all probably want to cuddle up and do newlywed stuff. I don't know what people do on Friday night.
You sit there and look at you like more people.
No, we got a gift yesterday. Look, we got a gift yesterday.
Yeah, somebody give us 2 belts and something else.
Whoa, 2 belts.
Whoa.
What kind of shit that is? Ain't nobody spanking me. Ain't nobody beat me. I'm sorry.
Okay, so hold on, wait.
Belts.
2 belts.
Listen,
2 belts.
Real.
Like,
and a laundry red shit, an older lady. I said, what kind of shit?
Listen,
she's teaching us, making sure.
But ain't nobody spanking here. I'm doing all the spanking. I'm spanking. Ain't nobody spanking. I'm spanking. I'm doing all the spanking. Young. I'm so sorry. I'm doing all that. I'm sorry. But she put 2 belts in there though.
Hey,
you talking
about
2 belts?
But she put 2 belts in there.
In there. I'm putting that up in there.
It ain't no double. It ain't no double standards. Remember?
Oh, that might be a double.
Hey, he done got him ran up out of there. He done got him ran up out of there.
Good night. Good night. And God bless.
Wait, okay. So okay, Big Goo. Did you have any more questions? Because I do want to have like a final thought from them to get, a little sign off. So if you have another question.
Okay, well, I got one of 2. If so which one you want, one or the 2? Like, we're gonna do one, but so you want one that was number 1, or you want the one that was number 2?
I want you to pick one and come on.
Okay.
Just whatever you feel is it's up to you.
Come on. Come on with it, brother.
Hey, going in, did you have a plan for conflict resolution?
Going into the marriage?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? That's something, because we talking about mental health, so did you have a conversation about conflict resolution going into the marriage? Like, hey, you know what? Once we get married, we're gonna deal with our conflicts like this. We're gonna write it down. We're not gonna yell. We're gonna You know what I'm saying? Like it was a definite way of going about maintaining your, that little thing that you just did, that union before it all happened. Like, so did y'all sit down, have a definite plan of conflict resolution?
Okay. All right, sir. I will let you know, if you know your girl, you know she came up with every damn poster board in the house, writing up all this shit and writing those sticky notes all around and all that shit. I'm not from that age, sir. So you're right. I had to get on board with that. You know what I mean? So yeah, she definitely had some shit that you can see, and it worked. You know what I mean? So I had to go back and look at some stuff that she had, you know what I mean? Like, it had me write down. And I was like, well, okay. All right. Okay.
Because the thing is about it is, I mean, y'all know me. So conflict is one thing, like even from my past and my youth, it's something that I had to deal with, because anything when conflict came up, it came defensive and, anger and approach, and the response was defensive, but it shouldn't be that way. Mm-hmm. Conflict should just be some way to figure out communication to resolve it. And it's just like if we're in a relationship and now we're in a marriage, we really got to work that much harder to make sure when we come up with conflict, it got to be resolved immediately.
She would not let that. We would not go to sleep around this motherfucker. I can't even lay down.
What's the problem?
I lay down, get up. We can talk about that. No, it's real around here. And that's what keeps us grounded. Because I'm like, mother, I just lay down and hold on my chest. No, we ain't about to do that. We about to talk about it with Niki Bell Moultrie. Whatever y'all, it's Niki Moultrie now, but the Bell. That's what y'all know her by, is that bell that rings.
Listen, y'all came in strong with the Moultrie.
I know about the Mo.
Hey, I'm talking about.
But yeah, it's important to make sure.
I know Mo Niki.
She taught me something.
Yeah, it's important because first of all, for one, we getting older, and I ain't trying to be walking around here with no wrinkles in my face and looking stressed out because of the man that I love. I'm sitting up here holding some ill ways about him because we couldn't have that conversation to resolve that. I couldn't give in and say, okay, babe, I understand. I apologize. I accept that and move on. So it's not that important. We just seen a meme the other day that just showed like the man and the woman in the bed. And then it was just like, and then the next picture you seen was the woman gone. So it was just like, stuff don't last as long as memories do, so it's just like.
He was holding a picture of his his wife that was gone.
Yeah.
So it's like, every moment we try to live to the fullest with every moment.
Yeah. And
she don't like to be sitting around here day in and out. She like to go. So why would I stop her from going? That would make her happy. She gonna love me more. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, man. You just got to kind of let everybody, breathe a little bit and just, kind of, it ain't like nobody. I don't want to go nowhere.
Change, you grow together. You don't change. You just grow together.
I ain't trying to sit there and say, well, oh no, you can't be. No, you've been around here listening to gospel music. You've been around. Let's join together and do stuff. And that's just what keep it so. Everybody want to be so extra, and that's what killing people. That's every day right now. People lose their life trying to be extra. Just be so simple, and just be easy, and keep God first. Anything else tonight, sir?
Nah, man. I'm gonna let Dez take it out.
All right.
Yeah, I want to close us out on a high note.
Whatever you need, Dad.
I mean, you both.
Because Maggie, he's gonna take an hour to tell me what he needs.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta set it up.
I gotta get it before he get me.
So, I think, first of all, thank you both for sharing. Thank you, Lamond, for not letting Niki just be the only one talking and just chilling. Like, you came with some very passionate thoughts and perspectives that I think, everybody will really appreciate. What I want to think about, and just as you all were thinking about, okay, y'all make the decision to get married, y'all overcome, both of you have expressed look, we overcame a lot, to realize and get us to this point. But if you could say, if each of you could kind of give us your perspective of how the other person makes you better. Because we've been, me and Niki, we've been in these streets for a while, okay?
Where you want to go? Where you want to start? Listen, Lord have mercy, God, just to get up and just to be relaxed.
But just
be able to lay down and just be able to say, well, God, I can lay down now in life. You know what I mean? Like that's genuine. You know what I mean? You don't get that everywhere. I can just know that you ain't got to worry about, you know what I mean? As soon as you walk out the door, the mother, you know what I mean? It's just so many things to make a real woman, and that's what I got. And Lord have mercy, thank you for bringing this through, because I'll never leave her side, and we'll grow old together, and that's what it is.
Lord, I got peace.
And I might have went off a little bit, but goddamn, that's what it is.
This one right here.
That's what it is.
I got peace, man. They don't understand what peace is for, man.
Everything in order.
Big dude. This ain't your moment.
I feel him. I'm sorry. I feel him.
He don't need the congregation.
Yeah, you do. I'm in the amen corner. Preach, Pastor.
He don't need the congregation right now. He didn't ask you to get an amen.
I come up with some old stories. We don't know nothing about no. I just been exposed when I got to Atlanta. I was always like, you know what I mean? Ain't no finance, you know what I mean? Like we do everything ourselves. We very, we just private. We private, and we just, we don't go to doctors. You know what I mean? Like, you take care of yourself. You know what I mean? And if you have to go to the hospital, you must be halfway there. But just bringing me into another life, or getting me from some of that country being, because it's always good to still have those roots. But after a while, you still have to come into life. You have to come into some light. And it's been dark. In them days where I'm back, we ain't no light, ain't no street lights. You understand what I'm saying? But when you come into light, it brings more light. Nothing wrong with that. It's light back there, but it's just, it's just a whole nother chapter. So it's been nice.
Yeah.
So
all right. And friends like y'all, you know what I mean?
Right.
Y'all got the right one on here tonight. Go ahead.
So it's safe to say, Lamond, that you found your good thing.
Could you give me a more educated word, meaning safe, that you know about? Could you give me one of those words? I know you know. You know what I mean? Like, give me something.
Listen, all I needed you to, I just wanted the reaction on your face. That gave me everything I need to know.
Lamond trying to say, he found his click clack.
Listen, let me just say, before Niki closes us out with her response, Big Goo, you see this man?
Oh yeah.
He said everything he needs to say, because listen, his wife about to be like, you did good, baby.
Oh yeah.
They gonna get him. You did good, baby. You let them know.
We're gonna work with our gifts tonight. We're gonna get our gifts going on.
Oh man.
But
too bad.
I can truly say with Lamond, how he has truly made me better. Lamond has allowed me to slow down and enjoy moments. And when I say that, it's just like, he always tell me, you're moving so fast, you're moving too fast. And it took me a long time to realize what he was saying about me moving too fast. I'm doing too much. And I'm like, I'm always doing too much, but I'm getting stuff done. Things are getting done. But he have truly made me slow down and stay in moments, enjoy moments. And as much as I've been able to enjoy the moments and stay in them, so much more has come out of it than I thought I would be doing as I'm multitasking, getting stuff done. So this man has truly it's so many things that Lamond has poured into me, and that has so much made me such a better person. I'm gonna even tell y'all, even down to me being a hairstylist, this man makes sure that I ain't going nowhere without my hair at least in order. And the thing is, in my mind, it was always like, I know how to do hair. I'm a hairstylist, so I can get hair done.
You like, I don't have nothing to prove.
Yeah, like I ain't got nothing to prove. So, but he's made me look at me in my appearance just different. I know, since I've been back, have you even noticed since I've been back, when I get up in the morning, I'm dressed before I even come down the steps.
I see that.
So
it's
like,
that's queen. See, but hold on.
Okay.
See, that's queen.
Give me one.
That's queen shit.
I love you back.
That's queen shit though. That's queen shit. See, a lot of people don't even understand that's queen shit. Like, it got down. Take a real king to say, you know what? I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You gonna do this way.
Oh, that's what.
You gonna do this way. Yeah. But hey, because this what I see you as. I see you as a queen. You know what I'm saying? And goddamn it, you gonna goddamn bit. And when you walk down them go back and watch that shit in the 20s and shit when them queens were dressed. I'm talking about it was 7:30 in the morning. They were dressed before they hit them steps.
Yeah.
They was a queen.
You know what I mean? Represent yourself in and out.
But they was a queen. They were dressed before they hit the steps. 7 o'clock in the morning. They were dressed.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what this queen has been waking up doing, getting it together before my man lay eyes on me. My husband now lay eyes on me. Like, you get to see me.
I don't want no outside appear, all this others. I want the beauty out and in now. You know what I mean? But I don't live my whole life looking at half ass and half one way streets and stuff. and trying to do, you know what I mean? Like ain't nothing to come from that. Everybody that's listening to this message, find somebody good and just do it. Find yourself. That's what you got to do first before you find anybody else, and then everything else will open. You know what I mean? Like it ain't hard now. You can pop up this and pop up that or whatever you want to do, but just be you. And God will put everything else before you. You know what I mean? Like just deal with your issue. Like don't be hard on yourself, but don't. You know what I mean? Like everything will be okay.
Yeah.
And we gonna be okay.
Grace. Give the people that you love.
You gotta give yourself grace.
And
you have to give the person that you love and you're in a relationship and growing with grace, because we be thinking like, oh, somebody do something wrong that's like, there's no forgiving. No, there's forgiveness. God give it to us over and over again. Like you say, give yourself some grace and forgive. And once you forgive, it's like, is it worth you just letting everything go because you can't say, okay, I accept your apology. Okay, we can move on. I mean, of course, we all got our standards and everything, as long as it's respect.
No, it ain't always sugar around here. You say a little shit, I say my little shit. We keep moving. You know what I mean? Like we love each other. Ain't nobody.
It's love.
I don't want it lovey
It ain't hurt. It's love.
I want you to talk a little shit to me. Tell me something. You know what I mean? Don't be around here like all because
I think sometimes you be wanting me, and if you be too quiet, it's almost like
all the way. We don't want it to be all cream and cookie around here. Ain't no cream and cookies going on around here. I'm the only one doing the cream and cookies.
Look, it's time to.
Y'all came in real reserved, and that's a lot of head switches.
And sister, and that smile you got, that's the smile that America needs to have, but you got to have it in and out. That smile you got right there. That's where you got to have it in and out, and everything else will open up for you. Y'all have a good night. I know y'all got to. They got to tell us to go.
Right.
Yeah, you can't just be. You can't just sit back. You can't just hold on now.
Hey,
I didn't get my true time. My true thoughts and everything else.
Hey, we definitely.
Anything else? Now we have to talk about this now.
Come on now.
You know,
why you doing us like that?
Hey, you know what?
Y'all don't have him. Gave him too much camera time.
I'm loving it. Listen,
nah, ain't nobody want the real. Ain't nobody want. Ain't that stage around here. Everything real around here. If y'all want the stage, go to Nickelodeon. I'll go to somewhere else, but you won't get it around here.
Hey, that's
real.
Nah, we appreciate it.
All right.
Well, we thank y'all for having us on. This was fun. It was good. And then you know what? Our prayer is that, it allows somebody who may be in the middle of something or in the thought of something, that it allows them to realize that all them stipulations and all the traditional and everything that you got on it, it ain't got to be that. Go with your heart, go with love, and keep God in it. And then you'll get everything that you want out of it. I promise you, because what I'm experiencing for myself outside of Lamond, I could have never imagined it. I could not have never imagined it. So I'm happy that I allowed myself to just let down my guard, let things go, and realize I'm not in control. And I'm glad that I stayed with love and I went for love instead of in my head. So get out your head, enjoy life, enjoy love, and be happy.
Niki, don't be looking at me.
I ain't looking at you.
You talk to them other people. Don't be looking at me.
I'm just saying.
No, thank you. Thank you
I look
both.
forward to Walking Dead down
I forgot his name. Magic.
He gonna walk me down the aisle. How he gonna walk me down? I got a dance.
Magic always trying to put himself in somebody's position in their wedding and whatever.
Hey, I don't walk dead down. I'm talking.
I feel like he's so responsible.
After the wedding, they rode on the wrong car. Tadez just got married, so she next.
So you
listen.
Yes.
I was driving down the highway, and I'm on the phone with my sister. I said, "What is that on my window?"
Hey, but I saw her doing that. I saw. Hey, you know what? I saw her doing that.
You called it for.
No.
And now you had all that going on, so you called it for.
Because somebody watching right now. Somebody watching right now need a good woman.
I thought I saw the girl putting it on Dad's car.
That was Yvonne. Yeah,
Yvonne, the light skinned lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, and I saw her putting it on Dad, but I had said, well, they must gonna drive Dad's car.
No, there's his next.
No, listen, but honestly, I did feel like I was sitting there like that is hilarious. As hilarious as it was, I really did feel like it was a blessing.
That's
I said, because that is just so funny. I was like, but
it's time to make your mom and dad happy now, and your
listen, I focus on just being happy in general.
Period.
Because no matter what,
and
God,
that's what it is.
No matter what happens, you gotta be whole and you gotta be comfortable with you.
Ooh.
And everything else can fall in place. But like my life ain't gonna stop or start when because somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And that's exactly it.
Hey, let me tell you something that I ain't saying no more tonight now. A slow walk is better than a stop. Mm-hmm. Always remember that. Mm-hmm. Always remember that. A slow walk is better than a stop. Better than a stop. An old man told me that a long time ago. And that always rang through me. Just keep moving.
I love it. Right? I love it. So thank y'all for coming. We really appreciate y'all. I know we over time, but y'all, it just got too good. And y'all literally. Yeah. First of all, thank you, Lamond, for getting magic in check. That was I need that.
All the time. Yeah, you know what I mean. He's so used to.
Me and Mom was on the same side.
He's so used to that. You know what I mean. That big old chest out. But you know what I mean. Like, hey, we got the same tight chest, dog. We got the same chest. I love you.
Hey, man, Mom, we be talking. Me, us never part. My kid.
Yes,
all right, y'all be blessed, man. We might have to do some check-ins with y'all every 6 months. We might have to have
do that. Yes. We here
and I'm gonna tell you now, if it's something bad next time, I'm gonna tell you it's bad too. Goddamn, if it's good, I'm gonna tell you it's good, but we got to keep it real.
And I'm gonna be like, babe, stop telling all our business.
Right.
I'm telling the whole
It don't matter. He gonna tell it all anyway. So I'll tell it.
What's the secret? When you walk outside, you got cameras all over. Ain't nothing secret. Stop lying to yourself. There's nothing secret anymore. Somebody's watching. Bye-bye.
Man, well, we love y'all, man.
Thank you for coming. Lamond gone. Thank you, Niki.
Oh, bathroom. All right. Y'all so welcome. Thank y'all for having us. And yeah, we're available for any check-ins. Love y'all. And everybody out there that's watching.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.